Great friends, I am Isokari Ololo. Today, we shall be listening to the 103rd poetry in the series titled Doubt Indulges. I am tolerable to a certain measure. I am a father to research. Without me, your thinking would be uneventful. Elucidated by the story, the well-known Doubting Thomas syndrome had been preached unceasingly into his ears, and he was fully aware of the lessons inherent in this biblical injunction to believe, just believe. Born to Christian parents who brought him up to revere the Lord with all his heart, soul, and mind, he had childlike faith in Jesus, although he was well educated and even qualified to be a professor. Yes, he did believe in Jesus without doubt and was devoted to worshiping his Lord without questions. He hardly missed Mass, and though poor, he was generous and never held back his widow's mite. The priests admired his constancy and humility, and usually referred to him with deep respect as a man worthy of emulation. However, Galileo, the Italian astronomer and scientist, thought deeply and doubted the general presumption that the world was flat. This had been the notion of thousands of years. He was, however, having his doubt that plunged him into deep research to ascertain the truth. His final conviction was that the world was rather spherical. Of course, the world of scientists and lay people doubted him, so more research was provoked over the years, despite the persecution which the scientists faced then for what seemed like nonsense. He is seen today to have been right. The world is indeed spherical, thanks to Galileo's doubt and its counter-doubt. The same Galileo doubted even the great Aristotle's established theory of geocentric universe, in which the fixed spherical Earth is at the center, surrounded by concentric celestial spheres of planets and stars. What a brave way to think! Galileo was deemed and still remains one of the greatest brains this earth has ever produced. How could anyone imagine he may be wrong? More so, this was the established order of the Catholic Church, the most powerful organ on earth then, and to which he belonged himself. Yet, the daring Galileo doubted this supposition and went into further research. His research helped him discover that, as against popular belief, the moon was not flat and smooth, but a sphere with mountains and crates. Thus, he explained in his book, The Starry Messenger. As usual, he was hounded by even the church and placed under house arrest. His whole life, in general, was one of torture from the authorities till he died in 1642 at the age of 78. Over 400 years later, Pope John Paul has named him the father of modern science, as time and more research have proved him right after all. Doubt is tolerable to a large measure. It is the father of research, as proved in the life of Galileo, despite the negative side to his ordeals. Without that, life is uneventful. Great listeners, thank you and God bless.